Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we are going to be playing some historic best of 3, trying out a bunch of different decks, trying to get to Mythic. We were playing the Samwise combo, and now we're going to be picking up a deck from Maffy on Twitter. I had like a fairly high record, got to like top 200 Mythic, was doing well in the events. It's a Grixis kind of Wizards ring deck. And I know what you're thinking, the Ring, Orcish Bowmaster. Yeah, these cards are really good. And if you're playing them in the format, it gives you quite an edge up. Crucius Pile, but some cool cards in this deck. We have Sauron's Ransom, basically Factor Fiction, that lets you tempt with the Ring. We also have Flame of Anor, which lets you like draw 2 cards, destroy an artifact, deal 5 damage, kind of all mixed in there. Some Snapcaster Mages. Interesting, we have Magmatic Chandler as a way to draw and discard, so a little ambitious, trying to draw cards in a Shieldred format, as well as Bowmaster, but we're going to give it a shot, see how this plays out. Bunch of just cheap removal, Graveyard Hate, some counters. In the sideboard, we also have like Spell Pierces, Graveyard Hate, Cling to Dust, Drown Lock, Siphon Insight for the grindy matchup, Stone of Eric, which is really cool. So like against any of the kind of combo decks that have creatures dying, it's a way to kind of get them that way. Croxas for the grindy matchups. Croxas is interesting because I would imagine someone's bringing in some amount of Graveyard Hate for us, so having a Croxa there seems a little odd, but we'll give it a shot. It's Hearse for Graveyard Hate, Brotherhood's End, Chandra, and then the Slaughter Games to deal with like combo decks. So we're going to give this one a shot, see how it plays out. I think we went 3-2 with Samwise combo. Just our 2 losses were to Jund, which was a pretty tough matchup. We went 1-2 against Jund, comboed against some other decks. Deck's fairly resilient against most combos, which is nice. But we'll see how this one goes. And while we get this queued up, if you can, we are on our quest for 10,000 subs on the channel. If you're enjoying like historic gameplay, we do meta content every week for all the top decks. Make sure to subscribe. Free, easy, helps out the channel. We're at 9,247. We got a couple. Need to update the ticker. So let's play first. Sure. We're playing Rakdos midrange to start. I'm gonna play at least a game of this. We might switch just to Rakdos mid. Okay, they're on Flash. You know what? I shouldn't have shocked that in. Let's still do Crucius here. Do I have basics in this deck? 1 swap. I missed that. So I can get the Ring here. I can go lesser. Let's go greater here. Second Shelly's fine. Because I can go Shelly, discard the other Shelly. Could just also discard the Spire Bluff. I think we still discard Spire Bluff here. We'll go greater. So Drown in the Lock, they have 2 cards in their library, in their graveyard right now. see how this plays out. So they do have Otawara. Do I care? I guess this forces another spell out of them. I think that's fine. Let's go greater here. Hitting both of these is a little annoying. So Sailor can bounce that. We had like Flame of Anor. Okay, we have the One Ring here. So we could see Otawara bring it back to hand here. But I think we just play Shelly again. And then just go lesser here. So they need, basically it puts them at 1. They need a couple different spells here. Okay. So getting that game felt good. So they're like a tempo deck. Drown's fine. Urtai's fine. Roxa. They are flashed like Orient. We probably do want these. Spell Pierce could be interesting, but I don't think we want it. The Cling to Dust are also fine. Flame of Anor. They probably bring in more counters. So like just trim along the edges. I don't love Edict when it's like targeted creatures. Probably take out Thoughtseize as well, to be honest. So maybe we keep the Edicts in just because it is a creature removal spell. They didn't show a lot of creatures. Could still play the Crucius. They probably have more removal. Could just play Siphon as well. There's a high likelihood they're also like a Snapcaster deck. Alright, let's play the Edict and then we'll kind of come back. What's up, Abs? What's up, doggy? This will not work. We had a second land. This is a snap keep, but no black mana turn 1. I'll keep this. So we do want red, red. So I think this gives us the best. Okay, they took a pretty aggressive mulligan here. This could be Spectral. We still pass the turn because this could potentially bait something out of them. Alright. They just don't want to play with me. Alrighty. On the board. Didn't get to try out any of the new cards. Turns out the Shieldred card wins most games. They mult like to 4 or 5 that game. A little rough, all things considered. Not the best kind of flip there for them. Alright, playing Elias. Okay. I mean, turn 1 Thoughtseize. Oh, you like are angry. Coco's the scariest. It's been many a days since I've seen the Gruul Embercleave. So notably, Questing Beast, if they have it, gets around. So Burning Tree. I'll take Brawler. They have 1 card in their graveyard. So we'll just pass the turn here. I want them to spend the mana here, or the energy. So kill this. Kill this. Oh no, I gotta discard. I don't want to discard yet. We do have Crucius. Crucius is a nice one, but I think I just want to hit into the ring. It's a little interesting, because I could take 1 more hit here. Then that means I have to get rid of the ring, which I don't love. Just get rid of that. I think we just smack face here. Got a 4/4. A little awkward with this one. Like, it'll be better once I get the ring going. Okay, so they have Ooze. Flames of Anor. So draw 2, deal 5. Draw 2, deal 5. We the Stompy deck now. Okay, so it's worth noting they have like the Oozes main. Just kind of beat down with this. The Embercleave's not going to do much. They've missed a couple land drops, so it could be that they just haven't... Like, they might have Coco in hand. Okay, they go Elf. See what they do here. I'm gonna go Crucius, discard this, and then Bowmaster their elf. Takes him off the second green. and then I have access to the One Ring. So, want to set a stop here. Let's go greater. Just kill that. Pass the turn. Let's see what they do. Give me a sec, guys. The dogs are acting up. Alright. On the board. Okay, so this matchup, Brotherhood's End, probably the Urtai, probably another Drowned. It's like removal. Sauron's is too slow, and the Thoughtseize is out. Might just want this because it's like 2 bodies that we can do. Just run it like this. Like, Drowning the Lock's pretty bad early, but it's good late because we can just kind of pick apart any of their creatures. The nice thing, we didn't show Bring that game, so they might not bring in, like, Questing Beast. We know that they're on something likely that's double color because they didn't play Jenga. Actually, no, Burning Tree means you can't play Jenga anyways. So that's not alluding to enough. We could see some more removal out of them. I would imagine they have stuff like Stomp in their list, but we didn't show them too much graveyard synergy. We know they have Ooze. They might take out Ooze, they might keep it in. Access to Brotherhood's End will be good. This dog I'm watching sheds like crazy, so all day I've just been picking like clumps of hair out of my mouth. Yeah, we'll keep this. And the nice thing, this is perfect color mana without hurting us in terms of life. So I have a decision here. I think we just go Hermit here. I don't have the second red right now, so that's part of the reason. Now this can get some power. If they don't kill it, then I get doubled Flame of Anor. No blocks. So they wisely play around the Brotherhood's End here. So draw 2, deal 5. Okay, like, this is sick. Just gonna hold this back. It's gonna force that. I don't necessarily, like, if they have another haste creature, I just want to throw this in the way. Okay, so they could Ooze here. So because this only soaks up a little bit of damage and then the Ooze can eat that, like, do I want the card in my graveyard more than I care about the life? But it does take them off of damage. Because I have to shock myself. Their mana base is a little painful as well for themselves right now. Where'd you go, Elias? Like the energy in this game's been kind of relevant. So they do need to react now because on my turn I could technically cast this again. I do have Shieldred. But they've shown Embercleave, plus this can then get out of the range, so I think we take our 3 for 1. I can go Shieldred into Spire Bluff. I can also go Crucius and Magmatic if I want to take a shock damage. 3 instants, so not enough to make it chunky, but see Brawler come down. I think we just do this. Yeah. Because even here, they didn't have the mana for Embercleave, and then Shieldred just stonewalls them. I'm thinking like sideboard. I don't necessarily love Kroxa. Just given that like they're likely going to have counter spells. I also don't know what Chandra Acolyte of Flames for. So generally, I like to have access to Awaken Inferno on my side for the control matchup. And then probably an Extinction Event. Like, do we want another One Ring? Maybe we just do Karn. We can tutor Karn, but Karn doesn't really find us anything afterwards. So I think just Extinction Event. Do I have any answers to resolve? Yeah, I have 3 Anors. Could play like Heartless Act or go for the Throat. Could play Wormcoil Engine. Let's run it back like that again. For me, Kroxa is not a sideboard card. Because we're showing Snapcaster, we're showing whatever the 2-mana red wizard is. So people are going to be inclined to bring in Graveyard Hate. To double down on Graveyard Hate, usually it's either you have no Graveyard Synergy, so then you can take out. I don't like doing that. Because like in the matchups where Kroxa could be relevant, Flame's been really, really good. Like 2 for 1, like because we have a lot of wizards. It's often like kill their best creature. Okay, Sans Dece, move this. I'll probably get rid of Push. Maybe I should have led on Watergrave. This looks like blue-white control. Okay, so we do this, they draw a card, and now we get to ping them again. And if they Divine Purge here, it's fine. I can also eat their Kalims in the graveyard, which is nice. That's fine. So I think we force their hand, and let's do this. So none of our cards hit Planeswalkers right now, which is a bit rough. So here... I think we do this because the thing is I want to start getting rid of these like shitty cards. We're gonna get Cling going. In case they have Snapcaster Mage, I'd rather get rid of this right now. Another Magmatic's nice. They could have like another change the equation here. That's fine. It's not an actual removal spell, so I just get to recast it. Flames of Anor. I think we do this. It's pretty bad. I bet. I think we just do this. Say go. This is also kind of counterproductive. Okay, so they're drawing now. They could channel the like cycle this, but they don't. Just pass the turn. Cling needs 5 other cards. Supreme Verdict. We'll take that. So I have the One Ring. I think this is really good to get going now, because it gives us protection. I can then get Cling to Dust going. And then this either forces another counter. So that's actually pretty good because I can Thought Seize them now. Wandering Emperor, Archmage Charm. Let's get their win condition out of the way. Oh, jeez. So many lands. Okay, Snapcaster, Thoughtseize could be a line. Snapcaster, Flames could be a line. So I think I just want to start getting Callums out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It gains me some life back too. Yeah, we were drawing nothing but lands. So we could see them either counter, they draw 2 here. So I think I actually want to do this. Flames of Anor, and then try to draw a thing. Okay, so Spell Pierces, Hermits. Kling's probably good, Chandra, Drowned. I'm just adding in a bunch of stuff, and then I'll... Slaughter Games is fine. I don't think... Like, we could name Teferi, we can name the One Ring. Coming out, these Impulses are pretty bad, as is the Fatal Pushes. Flames of Anor was pretty good there. I think we keep it. Question is like, what else? Like maybe trim 1? It doesn't have much text, but mind you, they probably bring in the angels now. So having access to that could be good. I wish we had like mystical disputes, to be honest. They just have like soul partition, so we keep the 2 shield druids. Siphon's fine, so maybe trim. I don't know, like, what I necessarily want to target is the thing. Get rid of Sauron's. How many lands do I have? 23. Maybe just 1 Kling. Because, like, what do I name? Do I name Kalim? Do I name Wandering Emperor? Do I name... I assume they're on the One Ring, but we didn't see the One Ring. Teferi's not, like, great. That's fine. It's 1 less for Crucius. I'm just going to keep throwing stuff out there, let them spend their spells. Okay, they did hit the One Ring. Which is quite annoying. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the play, multi 4 or 5. Do we care about attacking here? They only have 2 cards in library, so... I think we just do this. I forgot this doesn't draw, so that's just something we need to be mindful of. Okay, so they're only at 3 cards, so hopefully it's Divine Purge that they have. Not Supreme Verdict. Target player sacrifices a non-token creature. Or each opponent. I think we just do this. I can't counter Verdict anyways. Okay, they're desperate. Let's counter Devout Decree here. Do I fight it? Probably. Like, kind of forces their mana. Because they could have Soul Partition, but the partition would likely hit the... Yeah, Verdict can't be countered, this can't be countered, but I can counter the Decree on the stack. They're in the tank. They roping me? What's happening, friend? Aw, the salty control player. When you out-counter the counterspell deck. I do think having access to Dispute could be good. Maybe instead of the other Cling. Salt roping. I mean, hell of a draw. We found the Orcish. Orcish just carries games. To be honest, I'm not loving Magmatic in the show. I haven't cast it yet, so I couldn't tell you, to be honest. The theory of it makes sense. It's like a fact or fiction style effect that gets around. But in all honesty, we're probably like another ring, another Shieldred as kind of your top end there. And then I'd probably cut a Magmatic and play another copy of Snapcaster Mage main. The Chandler's just like awkward between, do we want to attack? Like in this matchup, we want to put pressure on them, but then the draw discard kind of effect. All right, on the board. Nice clean 3-0. Up to diamond, or plat 1. Easy peasy. Because like I think like what I would do, yeah, the flames are awesome. And then you get to flashback with Snapcaster Mage to get more value. So I really like that element of it. Oh, wrong Wizards deck. Grixis Wizards. So I think like the problem is, well, you have these main. Sorin's Ransom. This makes your other creatures. So I think like I would just start by shifting these. Like that seems good. Maybe trim, lay a third ring. Like the ring's so good. Yeah, like that kind of idea. And then I don't love Hermit. It gets hit by stuff. Urtai's fine. Siphon's fine for the greed matchups. Even then, Siphon's like what? So like in Ring Mirrors, it's fine. It gives us some value. We can mill over, ditch it to Crucius. Maybe don't need both Stone on License Hearst and the thing. I do like Extinction Event for mono green, so just play like this and just play 2 Disputes. Yeah. Oh, no, just Dispute. Hey, Graziella. So I think I like it like this is kind of the shell. The Drown Lock field felt pretty good. You have Crucius, obviously, which is really strong. Is there any other like 3-mana wizards in Grixis that are good? Wizard. Baron's not that great. You have Oracle of the Alpha, but I don't think we're necessarily an Oracle deck. Dualcaster Mage is not really where we want to be. No, probably just that. We could play a Sauron on the top end. But I think I like this. And just kind of run it as such. The other thing like a lot of these decks are doing in like the mirrors for Ring Mirrors is just sideboarding Karn. I don't think we want to do that. Now, the other consideration is these types of cards. Because we don't have Fable the Mirror Breaker in our deck, we could play Unholy Heat because it deals 4 damage. That hits Planeswalkers, this doesn't. This is easier to hit Crucius on curve. So that's another kind of consideration there. We could also just play a heavier discard package with Inquisition in the main. Yeah, like we have the One Ring. The only way we gain life is with Shieldred. So I don't think we do that. I like the shell. So I'm going to kind of park it for now.